testing camera because I'm going to do everything right here. Just to make it easy and hopefully it's zoomed in more. So I'm just testing out the camera right now as I prep some things. I know one thing, this handle here is hot. Hot already, hot. Yes, man. Ready, set, action. I ain't got no sense. Guys, so let me just start off the top. Usually when I make spaghetti, I make spaghetti. I decided the last minute again, so sometimes you're going to have these last minute meals. Let's just keep it real. I didn't know what I wanted to cook because I still have roasted chicken left. I have sausages, salmon. I made enough of those meals for now unless I do something creative with it. And another time, it don't have to be meat, but I'm just saying I had different ideas of dishes I was going to cook. Today I had some hot dogs for lunch. You know, I get the ones that have no nitrite and nitrates, right? Because those they can contribute to cancer, right, in the body, those preservatives. So I buy those kind of hot dogs, and I get the grass-fed beef, uncured beef hot dogs, or turkey, or chicken, whatever. This is from Kroger. Simple truth, no antibiotics and all those things. I had that for lunch with some mixed vegetables. So anyway, go back to the spaghetti. And I'm not even making spaghetti. Actually, I'm making these noodles. The reason why I said, because it was last minute and I am coming on to, what do you call it? Over-explain. Because people know when I make spaghetti, I put everything in it. And I'm probably just missing 1 or 2 ingredients, maybe, when I make spaghetti. But I'm making the noodles today. Maybe because I don't have my marinara sauce. What sauce is this? Okay, this is a different sauce I've gotten. Just going to try. But I'm going to make these noodles. Some of you might have seen the video when I said I was trying to find some healthier type of carbs that maybe have less carbs and that are made out of other particular vegetables and fruits. This one is called, I'm trying it for the first time. This is Veggie Craft Penne pasta, and it's made out of peas, lentils, and zucchini. So I'm going to try that, okay, for the first time. And then I had this before. I didn't want to do it alone because, you know, these other grains, you have to get used to it because it's a different texture. Sometimes it may have a grainy taste that you don't like. I didn't want to do the red lentil penne pasta by itself because it does give you that grainy taste. I made some tuna pasta salad with it, and I was like, I had about 3 little bowls of it, but I was like, not anymore. So I'm going to be using these 2 pastas. Put them over here. And this sauce I picked up, roasted garlic pasta sauce, no sugar added. Ding! And if I want it to be sweet, I can add my agave, coconut sugar, what I have left. I'm finished with my date sugar, and I have honey. But most likely, if I was going to add any sweetener to it, it would be the coconut sugar. But I'm not one to usually sweeten my spaghetti sauce. Not usually. Not hardly. Or barely. So that is the main, those are the main ingredients. And we know the ground turkey is another main ingredient. What I'm going to do first, I already have the water. I have the water boiling because I have, well, actually it's a mixture of water and chicken broth to boil the noodles. But I want to cut these up to do some prep with these peppers because you know I'm going to saute. One of my favorite things. I'm going to saute the vegetables first. And then I'm going to put those. What do I want to do with the sauteed vegetables, by the way? I want to put them in a sauce. I'm going to make them with the meat. That's what I'm going to do. So I want to saute a little bit of the vegetables first and then put the meat with it and then mix it all together. You know, all those wonderful things. So let me get my spoon. That's the only thing I didn't have together were my utensils. Let me stop. This looks chefy-like. Chefy-like. Okay, green pepper. Oh, you know what I said was missing? Garlic, because that's only one ingredient, see? Let me see if this garlic is good over here because I don't know. I had a little piece. Oh, okay. All right. I got a little bit of garlic left. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, let's cut up these peppers. What I'm going to do, this is a little hot already, but I'll put it back on the grease, nice and clean. And I had seasoned the cast iron pan before, but I did a rinse again, so you may see this a little white stuff from just rinsing and making sure that when you take the napkin, there's no brown, no rust or anything on the napkin, because we do not want that in the food. I got some sustainably sourced extra virgin oil. I didn't make it to my Ross trip this week yet. To get my oils, I usually go to Ross because you get some bigger sizes and some great brands for less than you would pay at the supermarket. All right, so this I just purchased. So I'm going to put some olive oil in it. And you know I'm going to add some butter too. Just a little bit. That's like, I think I put a half a tablespoon just now. Something like that, something like that. Butter, plant-based butter. And I use various brands when it comes to the plant-based butter. This one is the Country Crock plant butter with olive oil, and I get the one with avocado. But really I use these other brands that have less of other stuff in here. But it's not too bad from Country Crock. There's not a lot of things in here. Let's see. What is in here? Creamy, delicious plant butter. Child, I can't read those ingredients right now. They are not clear. But it's better to get the ones that just have mainly the main event, the main ingredient, which is that type of oil like avocado or olive. And it don't have a whole lot of preservatives in it. So the pot was kind of hot. So I'm mixing the oil and the butter together. And you watch me enough times, some of you, or many of you know that that's my go-to. I mix my oil with my butter. I do not use vegetable oil because it's very unhealthy for you. All those saturated fats and everything else that goes along with them clog up your arteries. So actually, I want to see this way I can just get my arteries clean from over all the years of eating. But anyway. Of course, there's natural ways to do those things. And I've been watching some videos on natural ways to detox your body and clean your arteries. But that one, I really want to focus on that and the immune system. And it's another thing I want to focus on besides cardio and toning and all those things. It's an internal thing I want to do. Oh, food that can cause a lot of inflammation. But you know, over the years, our body builds up things that we're not aware of, and then later on we feel stuff like, when is this coming from? Well, if you really want to know. Anyway, let's get these not black peppers. Not black olives. Green peppers going. Oh, that's the other ingredient. The only thing missing is the garlic, which I have a little bit of that left. But a lot of times I like to put the red, yellow, and orange peppers in my food. You know what I'm saying? Just to give it some extra flavor and some benefits of using peppers. I'm back. I had to change my pants because it was hot. Hot, hot, hot. All right, cutting up, so I'm not giving you any measurement of the peppers. You just use it, season to taste, like they say. However much pepper and onions and garlic you want and shallots, just do it. And the other peppers that I mentioned as well. So my green peppers are there. I'm going to save a little bit of that. That's all I really need. I'm not making a lot, I hope, because you know I get heavy-handed sometimes. But it's good. I grew up that way. You know, I grew up, my mother's from the South, so she always cooked enough in case somebody come by because that's the way she was raised in the South. You know, back then, it was a stronger sense of community. So people just stopped by unannounced, right? That was normal. It was okay. We didn't have technology like today where, you know, they grew up before the phones came out. So there was no phone to call you on. So people kept those traditions for many years, especially growing in the South. You know, they'd just come by. So my mother said the pastor and her teacher and all of them were close to her family. So they used to come by the house. And, you know, she grew up where her grandmother raised her because my grandmother passed when she was a baby. Her mother died, so her grandmother raised on her mother's side. And she was a active woman in the church and everything else. And she had a lot of people that loved her. And there's a whole lot of other good stories I hear about my grandmother, Easter. Her name was Easter. However, My mother said people used to come by all the time and have dinner. And you know, after church was a normal thing, right? To come by somebody's house because everybody's cooking Sunday dinner, right? And so I grew up with a mom who said, you know, you try to cook enough because you never know who's stopping by. So not that every time I'm cooking that much extra, but I do think of other people often. We just don't have as many people coming by. Now that I'm down here in Georgia, I don't have a lot of people I know compared to when I grew up in New York. Friends, family, church members, and everything. So yes. But nowadays, you know, it's different. But still, there are times where I still, first of all, a lot of times try to cook meals that'll last a couple of days. Just for leftovers. Even if I want to cook something today, something different tomorrow, and then come back to today's meal the day after tomorrow. Did you get that? Okay. Onions. Now I'm cutting up the shallots. Child. However you pronounce it. Whatever your pronunciation is. So I'm cutting it up. Already had it cut up from before a little bit. So it's the squares are already there. Cutting that up. So I can put the rest of this in the refrigerator. The refrigerator. And the garlic. Now, I don't need a lot of garlic because that is roasted garlic pasta sauce. Okay? I just like to bite into fresh garlic. And fresh garlic, I know I'm getting more benefits because it's what? Fresh. Slice it one way, slice it the other way. Get it where you get the most out of it. The little pieces, like I said, I already have garlic pasta sauce, so I'm good with that. And I'm also going to put garlic powder in the meat. So we're going to have a garlic taste. Today's going to be dedicated to garlic. Today's sponsor is garlic. Ooh, this stove is hot. I'm going to start to sweat in a minute. I'll tell you that. Okay, this other piece of garlic, let me slice down a long way and then slice down a short way. Okay, that's it. That is enough. Okay, now we can put this oil back on. Now we can put that back on. Now that we found out, what are we gonna do? Oh, I forgot to say welcome to Chit Chat Cook and Sing with yours truly, Chef Miss Cheryl, Miss C, whatever. Usually Chef Miss C, aka Cheryl, my full name. Miss C was my name from working in a salon sometime, you know. Miss C, and also just period, like a nickname. All right, so I think this is already hot. Yes, it's already hot. Already hot. So, okay, be sauteing the onions and the peppers, as you know. I know I'll never love this way again. So keep holding on while the good is gone. I know. Well, I'm way back, honey. I told you, gotta have it. That's sauteing. I have it on medium low. This already was hot, right? It was boiling. So now I'm gonna put in the pasta. Let me see. Both of them, I think, take the same amount of cooking time. This says 8 minutes. This says, gosh, I know it got to be the same amount of cooking time. Here we go. All right. 8. Okay, that's 8 quarts. 7 minutes. Let's put this in first. So first I'm going to put in the veggie in every bite. Every bite. This is pretty cool. Peas, lentils, and zucchini. This is 8 ounce, 227 grams. I'm going to put most of those, right? And then I'm going to add the lentils, and I'm going to season my vegetables. I didn't want too much of those because they got that green. And I don't even know how they taste yet. However, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Okay, that's not enough noodles, Cheryl. I'm going to put all of these. How about that? It was so small. I hope you can see that. Okay, veggies in every bite. And if you want to try the penne lentil, I mean, it is healthy. That's that. 7 minutes. 7 heaven. That has, did I put, yes, I did put some pink Himalayan sea salt in the, because the chicken broth, did it have salt in it? Let me see. Well, it's fat-free. Anyway, the chicken broth and water to season that flavor. Okay, now I'm going to stir these peppers. I'm going to season these. A little bit of salt. I know I'm doing it the hard way. This thing is getting low now. I'm going to put some onion powder. Try not to season up my stove. All that cleaning. Garlic, again. I'm going to mix in some everything Italian. I don't know if you ever use that. Everything Italian. Okay. Just a little. Just to give it a more Italian taste, I guess. All right. That has different herbs in it. Black pepper. And let me stir it because, you know, the seasoning will start to burn. I put it on low now while I'm adding the seasoning to it. Because really, I don't have to season the meat that much because I have seasoned the vegetables. Some thyme. Time won't give me time. Time make lovers feel we got something. Little cayenne pepper. Yes, indeedy. Just a little. I think that's it. Time for the meat. Don't. Time for the meat, child. You know, oh, still a little frozen in the middle there. Well, it's okay. It's about to change. Things are about to change. Glory. I feel a shift coming on. You about to pivot into your purpose. Come on, somebody. I told you I should name the channel Cook and Breach. Cook and Breach. Cook and Breach, y'all. Cook and Preach. All right. Can y'all see that? You know, I meant to show you what I done. Man. That's because, you know, I got the camera angle this time. But I'm sauteing ground turkey, peppers, onions together. Okay, now I'm going to put it back on high medium. While the peppers are at the bottom, I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning on the meat. And that's going to be black pepper. Come on. Come on. That's going to be onion powder. Just a little because I already seasoned the peppers. Did I do garlic? No, I didn't do garlic. Yeah. I used to put them to the side once I put them in the food. Over here, over here, over here. Time over there. I'm not putting any more cayenne pepper. I'm not putting any more of that seasoning. I might put a teeny bit of salt. You don't want no salty stuff. You can add salt later. That's it for the seasoning. Now I'm going to flip the channel. Flip the channel. Come on, let's cook a little high. Now I'm putting it on. It's still between a high and a medium temperature. Now I'm blending, making sure that pepper is mixed up. Honey, that's on boil. I got it kind of high. It's high boiling. It's okay. I'm going to hurry up. I want to hurry up. Okay. Now I'm putting it on high because I don't know why I started slowing down here. You know, sometimes the liquid, because it was a little frozen in the middle. So that's going to create a little bit of water. I'm telling you, I want things to be less messy when I finish cooking today. I got work to do. I got work to do. I got work to do. these noodles. That probably was about, I didn't time it, but it's probably about at least 3-4 minutes. Get it, and it's getting done. I say about 3 minutes. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to make, what kind of vegetables? Is it going to be mixed vegetables? I'm trying to decide. Oh my gosh. I know it's time for me to get some more fresh stuff, but frozen. Or green beans. Mixed vegetables. I need to put those on now. Okay. Yeah, now we get a little brown. Good. Slightly anyway. Good. Yeah, it's smelling good. Okay, that's on. I'm going to put some mixed vegetables. Organic mixed vegetables. I'm going to put a little bit of chicken broth, as you know. Come on, you know what I'm going to do. A little bit of chicken broth. The chicken broth girl. And some vegetables. Some vegetables. Okay. Enough for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. All right, let that cook down. I'll put seasoning on it later when the ice is gone and it's thawed in the pan. Chopping up this ground turkey. I'll just take it and go like that. I want to do it fast. I might do one of these numbers. Sometimes I've done this with a knife. I've taken a knife and I went like this. And I mean, it's all kinds of tricks. Whatever works. All right, so now that this is brown, I'm going to turn it low for a minute because I want to make sure this pasta is perfect. I don't want nothing mushy. It's pretty though. It's pretty. She pretty. I'm still getting accustomed to this type of pasta. Do I need to give it a minute? I don't want it to be mushy. Anyway, let's get the sauce. I'm going to turn it off. How about that? Hey! Let's pour that sauce in there. And I do, like my mom do, put a little water and get the rest out. Put a little bit more water. Shake it up. Get the rest out. I like to rinse out the jar. Throw it away. Now I can take the spoon. I'm going to drain that pasta next. It's on low. It's already on low. You know, cast iron pans, they stay hot for a long time. So, yes, I wish I did have some more spaghetti sauce now because I would like to thin this out a little bit more because it makes it go a long way because I like saucy pasta. Saucy pasta. I'm going to take my colander, drain the pasta. This is another quick meal, guys. I'm just saying. You know, I'm doing multiple things. So, at least I'm still cooking. I still like home cooked food. For those of you who want to book me as a chef, go to MissCCodcakesandTings.com. MissCCodcakesandTings, that's Tings with a TINGS.com. Or you can email me at MissCCodcakesandThings@gmail.com. And I'm going to give a official different email than that. Okay, I'm going to run this under cool water, the pasta. I want a cool rider. A cool rider. Let me stop y'all, get tired of me saying. But I'm gonna make it not cold. Just take off the, the heat. So it won't be too hot. I'm gonna put it back in the pan and I'm going to add some olive oil just to make sure it doesn't stick together. So I'm just trying to get most of the water out of these. Okay. I'm gonna put it back in here. Put it back in there. Seasoning. Fire off. I'm gonna put some oil in the pasta. Mix it all up together. Together. Okay. That's pretty. I like that. I like the way you comb your hair. And I like the stylish clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do that I know how much you really care. Like when I'm all alone with you. I should have had the background higher. You know exactly what to do. You put that fire inside of me and makes it more than just a dream. Ooh, and I like it. You send chills up my spine every time I take one look at you. Ooh, that was my jam, honey, back in the days. I was everybody. I could do some Michael Jackson back in the day. This is good. So, of course, it's more on the garlicky side. So, if I wanted to make a little sweet, I might make this one a little sweet because it's real zesty. So, like I said, I'm going to use some coconut sugar. Okay. Okay, so my finger's a little wet. Okay. There. Yeah. Just the liquor. And I'm going to put a little bit of baking soda on it because I want to reduce the acid because if I left it up to the doctor, I would not have any tomato sauce in my diet. But I mean, come on. Now, people have said over the years that sugar also cuts the acid in. I'm not sure about that. I need to do some research. But I know bacon reduces acid because I'll drink baking soda and water, which is good and healthy for you. And it neutralizes the acid in your stomach and your body. So a lot of times I'll have baking soda and water every other day, right? Just to keep the acid levels down. So I'm going to put a little baking soda in my sauce because how can you live without spaghetti? I mean, it's one of my favorite meals. I can't. I'm not measuring, guys. I'm just. You can just say a pinch or two of baking soda if you want to do that. So I'm doing that to reduce neutralize the acid in the sauce. That's what I heard and learned. It does seem to be more tolerable when I eat it, but now I haven't done real strong research. I do know that it neutralizes acid in the body. So if it neutralizes acid in the body, then surely it can neutralize the acid in the sauce. Okay, let me start acting crazy. Okay. I don't think we need anything else, but I'm just going to give it that last sample. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm ready to eat now. I'm sorry, this is my old top, but I love it. Have the little holes in it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to season up these vegetables. Give it a little salt. Salt sticking to my wet fingers. Okay, you know it's in chicken broth already. Let's just go on and put some black pepper in the vegetables. Let's just go ahead and put some garlic in the vegetables. Garlic powder. Let's just go ahead and put a little bit of Italian seasoning in the vegetables because I want to do it. That's what I want to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Whatever I do is what shall be. We're just gonna keep it Italian tonight. I'm gonna put a little onion powder in the vegetables, a good amount. I'm gonna put some thyme in the vegetables. I like to add herbs to my vegetables because, you know, it's more vegetables really, dried. And I'm gonna put some cilantro. Yes, I am. Y'all know I like cilantro. Cilantro. And I'm gonna mix that up. Now, okay, I turned it up a little bit because really now it can get rid of this broth as much as possible and start sauteing. Meat cooking low. Vegetables I've turned to medium high or high medium, whatever. Mix season enough. I'm going to taste the vegetables after it cooks down some. Cover that up for a minute. I'm going to put these seasonings away. Back in the cabinet. Throw away these things. I got a little bit of these red lentils left. You know what? That penne pasta tastes okay. You know what? It's not that grainy. It's less than the red lentil. It tastes closer to regular pasta. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna buy you again. I'm gonna buy you again. That's that veggie one. I think the company name, not Lewis, the company name is Veggie Craft. Okay, vegetables are hot and popping. Can you see it? Pasta's done. Don't know if you can see because I don't want to spill it. Pretty color. Meat coming along. I mean, it's done already, but as far as that really marinating together, all the flavors are marinating together. I have it on low now. Ready to go. I really don't want to eat past 8 tonight. There's some nights I do, but it'll be light. You know, if I haven't eaten all day. What time is it? Oh, it's like 6:10. We good. My dinner time is usually between 6 and 7. No, let's say between 5 and 7, because it all depends. Okay, now it's kind of coming down to a sauteing state. Sauteing state. So this meal, see, 8 minutes for the pasta. You can say about 15 minutes as a whole for the meat sauce. That, you can say about 10 minutes. This is like a 30-minute meal. One thing I love about making spaghetti, it's quick and fast, and it can be just as great. Now, you can say altogether 30 to 40 minutes, including the prep time for cutting up those peppers. If you want to include that, you can say a little longer, but pretty much 30 minutes, you good. 30, 35 minutes, you're good. I like it because now this is cooking down when you have more of a buttery taste because it's evaporated. Yeah, the water's evaporated. The water is cooking out. And now it's going to be more of a buttery taste of vegetables. I like it. You send chills up my spine. Every time I taste a little bit. Ooh, and I like it. I like it. Haha, no mess. Except I gotta go over this stove. I'm turning this off. Turning off the meat, turning off the vegetables. Everything is done, guys. Everything is done. Everything is done. Things are well done. Oh, now I'm meat for the master's use. Because I've been purified of things. Because I went under the fire. And out of the fire was remove all of the stuff. All of the junk and the barriers and the things that blocked my blessing. Blocked me from growing in the Lord. Now I'm ready. Okay. I'm going to make my plate. I'm taking this off this fire because this thing is still hot. It's like stoneware. That stays hot too. Okay, I'm about to make my plate. I'm about to make my plate. Oh, I'm about to. Because I'll put everything in one plate. Yes, sirree, Bobby Jr. I'm just an over rinser. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm ready to eat, okay? I'm ready to eat on my red plate. Not the red table, but the red plate. Mm-hmm. That's the pasta. Yeah. One thing about, when you make these dishes, if your pasta go out fast and you got a little pasta left, all you gotta do is make some more. That's all you gotta do. Look at my pasta. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. I'm gonna take my vegetables, put them on the side. Now, yeah, I could have went to the meat first, but I'm just gonna, it's right here. It's right here. Now for the main event. I gotta get a cover for that. I gotta get a cover. Boy, I got no end. I forgot the words of that too. I definitely knew that song by heart. Ooh, baby. I wasn't really a fan of that song because I'm like, I ain't going down for no man. I'm going, what? You know how you get old and you really understand the song? You're like, okay, wait a minute. That song was out of order. That person was with somebody else's man or somebody else's woman. Y'all out of order, okay? Out of order. I'm going to put my meat on top. To the limit. Take it to the limit. Sometimes I end up mixing the sauce and the pasta together at the end. I'll see how I feel about that. But honey child, ooh baby, it's going down. 'Cause you ain't around, baby. My heart won't stop. Or something like that. Doesn't that look good? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, God. I got to take a picture because I got to put it on my thumbnail. Thank you guys for watching Chit Chat Cook and Sing with Cheryl. Thank you for visiting my kitchen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate when you guys come by. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I know it tastes good. I want to take a picture first. But let me just taste a little bit. Let me taste a little bit. It's good. You know what? And I'm glad I mixed the noodles because it's less grainy and more tolerable for me. Because I'm like, I develop a palate for healthy things, but some things a little too strange. Now I give you a close-up, Christopher close-up. Child, I remember all the things, all of the things. I just wanted you to see the food close in its entirety. Those are the mixed vegetables. My plate. You see the meat. Don't. You want to see the pasta? You see the pasta, how pretty it is. Don't. Woo, okay. Cheryl about to sit down because Cheryl about to get down. How about that? Kitchen is closed for tonight. Everything is clean and put away. Lights are low. Some dishes are washed. It's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap. Good night.